Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Therapy with Miss T, where I have a prophetic message. Okay, so yes, the Most High has placed a scripture on me to give to someone around this time. Okay, so as always, guys, this is messages that the Most High places on me that I then give to you. But yeah, so for someone, this may resonate around this time. Okay. And the way that the Most High was placing it on me is that I first heard Job, right? But I was drawn to Job chapter 3, right? And a lot of you guys probably already know the story of Job, but in a sense, to kind of speak a little bit on it again, it was a story about a man that had a lot of things, right? He had basically had it all. He had a lot in life, and he had built up a life of peace, a life of balance, a life of serenity, a life of happiness, right? I'm hearing in a blink of an eye. Thank you, Spirit. But then in a blink of an eye, in a sense, it's like he had lost it all. Job had went through a moment in his life, or a time in his life, where he went from having a lot to not having much of anything, where all he had after he had had everything was his faith. That was all that he had to rely on, in a sense, after losing it all, was his faith. And what happened, in a sense, for what Job went through, it had got to a point, in a sense, in Job's life, right, where Job felt like, in a sense, he was cursed. Job felt like it wasn't fair. Job went through a moment where he felt like, dang, what happened? Why am I being treated this way? Why have I received this type of raft, right? Why are these things happening to me? Job went through a moment in his life where he was questioning why certain things were the way they were in his life at that time, right? Because he was living comfortable. He was good. Job had a lot. Job had everything he needed. And there was something where the devil went, in a sense, and said, Job is your most faithful servant. So let's try Job and see if we can get Job to give in, right? But the Most High said you cannot touch Job. So Job lost it all, right? And in a sense, guys, some of you guys may have felt like you lost it all. Like you felt like you lost a lot. Like you feel like you had a moment in life where maybe you were comfortable or more comfortable than you are now. Maybe you were at a better place at one point in your life. And you feel like, in a sense, that you may have lost a lot, or you lost it all, or you lost a lot of things, right? You went through a Job moment. Someone is or was going through a Job moment. But this is what happened, how the Most High gave this to me. And then there's a response after, okay? So I'm going to read it. It's a little long, like I always say, but it was placed on me to give to you from the Most High, so I'm going to say it, okay? But yes, the Most High drew me to Job chapter 3. So this is, in a sense, speaking about how Job, right, had a response, okay? Job's faith started growing weary. Job was like, look, I done all these things. I done been faithful. I done prayed. I done the right things. I was of righteous intent. Like, what is going on? Like, did you forget about me? Like, why am I still going through these things, right? So this is chapter 3, where it says Job speaks. All right. So this is when Job has something to say. So it says, after this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. Job had wished he was never born. Job had went through so many things to where he was like, I wish I wasn't even here. I wish I had not even been born. He cursed the day that he was born, meaning Job was going through some things to not want to no longer exist here on this earth, right? In this realm, Job was going through some things. He was like, I cursed the day of my birth, right? It says, he said, may the day of my birth perish, and the night that said a boy is conceived. That day may it turn to darkness. May God above not care about it. May no light shine on it. So Job had got to a place in his life where he was so down and out, to where he did not want any light to shine on his day of birth. He didn't want God to even care about his birth or the day that he was born or his born day. Right? He had got to a point in his life where he was so over it, in a sense, right? He was like, look, to the day that this baby boy was even conceived. That's how down Job had gotten because of the faith. It grows weary. Oh, faith can grow weary now. You can have lots of faith, and then there's times when that faith grow weary because you just don't know. And Job just didn't know. So it says, may gloom and utter darkness claim it once more. May a cloud settle over it. May blackness overwhelm it. That night may thick darkness seize it. So Job was in a dark place. He didn't care if darkness, evil, whatever conceived or took over the day that he was born. That's how heavy Job felt after losing everything. May it not be included among the days of the years, nor be entered in any of the months. May that night be barren. Barren means too poor to produce vegetation. So maybe there was a point in Job's life where he felt like he didn't even want to be barren. He didn't even want to produce. He didn't want to do anything. Job had gotten to a point in his life where he felt like, don't even include it on the calendar. Don't even include the day that I came into being conceived as a baby boy. So it says, may no shout of joy be heard in it. May those who curse days curse that day. Those who are ready to rouse Leviathan. May its morning stars become dark. May it wait for daylight in vain and not see the first rays of dawn. Right? That's heavy. That's how heavy Job felt. That was the place that Job had gotten to in his faith, because Job had lost it all. Everything. Right? It says, for it did not shut the doors of the womb on me to hide trouble from my eyes. Why did I not perish at birth and die as I came from the womb? So Job started questioning, in a sense, right? You could say he was questioning the Most High. He was like, look, why am I here? Why do I have to go through these things? Why do I have to suffer? Why did I even come out of the womb? Job started questioning. Why were the knees to receive me and breasts that I might be nursed? Basically his mother. For now I would be lying down in peace, and I would be asleep and at rest with kings and rulers of the earth, who built for themselves places now lying in ruins, with princes who had gold. So Job was basically saying he could have been at peace had his mother not nursed him. Had he not grown, had he not been born, he may have been at peace lying down, in a sense, right? He may have been at rest. So it says, or why was I not hidden away in the ground like a stillborn child, like an infant who never saw the light of day? There the wicked cease from turmoil, and there the weary are at rest. Captives also enjoy their ease. They no longer hear the slave drivers shout. The small and the great are there, and the slaves are freed from their owners. Why is light given to those in misery, and life to a bitter soul? So Job was questioning. Job wanted to know, why is there life given to the bitter? Why is there life given to the cold-hearted? Why is there life given to a bitter soul? And why is there misery given to light, right? Why is the light given to those in misery and pain, right? Because sometimes all you have is the light. And sometimes the light is all you need to hold on to. And the light is the Most High. So then it says, to those who long for death that does not come, who search for it more than hidden treasure, who are filled with gladness and rejoice when they reach the grave, right? Why is life given to a man whose way is hidden from God, has hedged in? So Job started saying, why is life given to someone that doesn't even know the way? Where the way is hidden, where all you have is, you come to a point in your life where you only have the Most High to rely on. Job was questioning, why is life given to someone who cannot even see their way, who does not know the way, who does not know how this thing is going to play out, who does not know how to fully overcome? Faith, right? Job had to have faith. It says, for sighing has become my daily food. My groans pour out like water. So Job was emotionally going through something. He said he was sighing on a daily, and that his groans poured out like water. Water is emotional if you think about it. Water is a fluid. Water moves. So there was something about Job that he felt emotionally on an emotional level, that he was going through something painful in his life. What I feared has come upon me. What I dreaded has happened to me. I have no peace, no quietness, and I have no rest, but only turmoil, right? Job was going through a very difficult period in his life. Job was going through a difficult time. And Job was also trying to understand and understand why this had happened to him. Because he went from a comfortable situation, he went from a comfortable life, and then he went to having nothing, and all he had was his faith. And he had to wait on the Most High to what? Restore everything. It was restored. Job received full restoration, but he also grew weary along the way. So the Most High said, for someone, you were going through a Job moment and you were growing weary along the way, as Job grew weary too. But what happened? Job got everything back, big blessings, better than the things that he had before. It was restored, full total restoration. So you will have restoration in your life if you feel like you have been going through things that you don't even feel like you deserve to be here, and you like, why do I gotta go through this? Job went through it too, and the blessing was beautiful and rich after, but it didn't feel good along the way. He's telling you he didn't even want to be here. Job was ready to go. He was like, why is this happening to me, right? But then I heard after that response, okay? And the Most High said, I keep feeling like I forgot a part. No, I think I got it. I don't know. I think I got it all. But it was chapter 3, Job chapter 3, okay? But then I heard response, right? And the Most High is saying that this is the response, in a sense, to what Job had went through. So if you feel like you are going through a Job moment, I'm not saying that you're Job, but I'm saying that maybe you have lost some things. Maybe you had to release yourself of some things. Maybe you felt like it wasn't fair. Maybe you were questioning, like, what happened? Are you a bad person? What have you done to deserve these things that are being done to you, right? Maybe you have been a faithful servant to the Most High. Maybe you have been a good person. Maybe you have been doing things of righteous intent and you still feel like you've been suffering. Job suffered too, but Job also got big blessings after, and they were all fully restored. So just know that yours will be restored too. Okay, the Most High does not forget about his children. So the response that the Most High gave me to give to anyone that is going through this kind of moment is Jeremiah 29:11. This was the response. Okay, I heard response. So the Most High says, for I know the plans I have for you. So the Most High knows the plans, knows the layout, knows the destination, knows where you will arrive and where you will go in your life. It's already been planned. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. So prosper means to grow, to have life, to be fruitful, to have abundance, to have prosperity, to grow, to go somewhere, right? That is what the Most High has promised you, and not to harm you, right? So it doesn't mean that there won't be weapons that aren't formed. It tells you the weapons will be formed, but it also tells you that it will not prosper. So the weapons that are formed against you may feel like it is heavy at the time, but it is plans that will prosper you in the future, because you will not be in that for forever, right? What's that song? Trouble Don't Last. That's what I'm hearing. Trouble don't last always. What he said? I'm so blessed. Trouble don't last always. It says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Okay? Restoration. A hope so that you can believe again, and a future to know that you can be even more than what you are right now, and that you can have even more than what you ever dreamed of if you continue to have the faith and know that the Most High says that the Most High knows the plans for you. So your destination and where you are supposed to go in life has already been routed out. And it says to prosper you. So if you believe in the Most High and you know you're a child of the Most High, you will prosper in life, because the Most High does not want to harm you. The Most High don't want to hurt you. The Most High love you. And it says plans to give you hope in a future so that you can have hope again, so that you can have the desire to believe again, so that you can know that your faith is all that you need, right? Faith. As small as what? A mustard seed. That's a small seed. That's not no big seed. That's a small, tiny seed. So you just got to have a small, tiny amount of faith, right? The blessing of the Lord make rich, and it adds no sorrow to it. You are going to be receiving restoration. The Most High said, remember Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans. So the plans have already been made. To give you prosper, to give you life, to give you hope, to give you a future. To give you a future. So the Most High said, yes, you may have gone through a Job moment. Yes, you may have been a faithful servant. Yes, you may have been praying and doing what you were supposed to do and living of righteous intent. But it's a lesson. Job had to go through a lesson. And even Job is telling you through his lesson, the faith grew weary. But what happened? The Most High had his back, his front, and his sides. And he even had it from the beginning because he told the enemy, the devil, do not touch him. So if the Most High already telling them, do not touch you, and it says that the weapons will be formed, but they will not prosper, you already been, in a sense, covered and protected from the Most High. Meaning the Most High had your back from day one. Since day one, since your Job moment, the Most High been there with you. And the Most High is saying to remember as well, not just Job chapter 3, but Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans. So the Most High has your back and knows the plans for you. And that was the message that the Most High was placing on me for someone, is to know that yes, you may be going through something. Yes, you may have gone through something, and you may have lost a lot, if not lost it all. But if you have your faith as small as a mustard seed, the restoration will be restored unto you. Right? Unto you, because you kept the faith, despite how difficult and hard it was. Job had got everything back, and better and bigger than he could imagine. So that is what you are getting for everything that you have been through. It's going to be bigger and better than you can have imagined. You just got to keep the faith and hold on. So that is what the Most High was placing on me for someone. As always, guys, this is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But I always let you know I am not a therapist. I get messages from the Most High, and I put them out for you. So, yeah, the scripture that was being placed on me was Job chapter 3, okay? And this was speaking on Job speaking about how he felt. So maybe there's something about speaking to the Most High. Maybe you should just tell the Most High how you feel. Maybe you should talk to the Most High, right? The Most High hears you. The Most High hears you. And maybe you've been going through so much, and now it's time to speak. Because Job had to speak. And Job said, this is something heavy that I have been going through. He cursed the day that he was born. He didn't even want to be here no more. Job was going through it. So just know that even through that, Job was restored. You will be restored too. Faith as small as a mustard seed, okay? That is all you got to have. So yeah, guys, until next time, and as always, I hope you are blessed, safe, and well. And what we tell them, guys, we tell them, namaste.